Do you remember when things were simple? When you used one of these? To phone up one of these? You would explain what you were selling, goods or services, and they would understand. They would know if it was something they wanted or if it's something they didn't. So, if you arranged a meeting, nothing got very complicated. You talked about things like sizes and quantities, what kind of service delivery they needed, the speed of that delivery. We all knew why we were there, and orders were signed. Very simple world. But then of course things change. Since then, time has gone by. Businesses have had to diversify. They're selling more goods and more services. And of course there's been growth, which has been fantastic. So, after all that change, what does the world look like? Well, it's a little bit more complicated. Now when they order some of your goods, if they don't order the right things together, then they won't work. If you're providing them some services, there's a possibility that if they don't have the existing infrastructure to support it, then it won't work. And when it comes down to software, you've got users and licenses and usage. It all has to be a little bit more complicated. And consequently, the sales message often, well, it gets lost. So there you are, salesman, with your goods and your services, trying to pass that message across to your customer. The only problem is, sometimes they just can't grasp it anymore, no matter how much they might actually want it. So, what used to be our favoured method of communication, language, actually becomes the barrier. It's no longer the bridge between the two companies. So, that can leave your customer feeling, well, a little bit stupid because they don't understand what it is you're really trying to sell. And in fact, some industries have got so complicated that actually customers don't even know the right questions to ask. That's not going to be helpful for anybody. But with a clear, direct, creative video, you can get focus on what it is you're trying to tell your customer. You can take something that's really quite complex and complicated and change it into something really quite simple. Something that they already recognise, something that uses language they understand, something like a video, something like this one, something that takes the complex and makes it simple. So imagine a whole new world when your customers might actually do this. Amazing.